The big news coming in this Thursday morning, former Apple CEO Steve Jobs is no more. Jobs died on Wednesday. He was 56 years old. Apple announced his death late on Wednesday night. Jobs had been battling with cancer and other health issues for several years. He had a rare form of pancreatic cancer. The Silicon Valley icon, who gave the world the iPod and the iPhone, resigned as CEO of the world's largest technology corporation in August this year, handing the reins to current chief executive Tim Cook.
Today, Apple is going to reinvent the phone.
Steve Jobs was a modern-day Thomas Edison.
You can do multi-finger gestures on it.
Stephen Paul Jobs was born in San Francisco. He developed an early interest in computers, going to after-school lectures at Hewlett-Packard. After high school, he attended Reed College, but only for one semester. At just 20 years old, he started Apple Computer in his garage with friend Steve Wozniak.
We worked hard, and in 10 years, Apple had grown from just the two of us in a garage into a $2 billion company with over 4,000 employees.
In 1985, Steve Jobs was forced out of Apple, but it turned out he was just warming up.
I'm Buzz Lightyear, Space Ranger.
In 1986, he bought Pixar Animation Studios, which later produced hits like Toy Story. He also started a computer company called Next. In a twist of fate, Apple bought Next, and Steve Jobs went back to work for the company he started. His second act considered one of the greatest CEO tenures of all time.
It's called the iPod Touch.
Who knew that a computer company would change how we listen to music? Steve Jobs introduced the iconic iPod,
Just slide it across, boom.
the iPhone, and later what some believe would be his grandest achievement, the iPad. Steve Jobs' legacy can be found in his devices, long on aesthetics and attention to detail. He followed his heart, and with his technology,
We are calling it iPhone.
changed the world.
Well, Apple is now a very well-oiled machine with Tim Cook. I think what you may miss in the future is the visionary. You know, Steve Jobs had the ability, the rare ability to understand what consumers wanted before consumers realized what they wanted. He could sort of say, you know what, I think this is what people will respond to. The question is whether somebody can fill those shoes and really be able to gauge public interest before the products reach the marketplace. He's got a culture there that seems to have imbued that concept or seems to have gravitated towards it. But I think we'll have a better sense in a couple of years. They obviously have a lot of products in the pipeline that they've been working on for some time. The question is, what happens a few years from now? What's going to be the next iPhone? Who's going to be able to discover that? And that's something we really don't know.